During cross-examination of a medical expert in a medical malpractice trial, have you ever seen an attorney ask the doctor on the witness stand, "Doctor, can you tell me what medical records you reviewed before coming into court today?" If you've ever heard that, you might want to ask, why is the attorney asking such a basic question? You want to know the answer? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney practicing law here in the state of New York. So let's say it's a medical malpractice case, and now the defense has brought in a medical expert to testify. The defense lawyer has spent a great deal of time asking his expert questions, and now he's finally finished. The judge turns to me and says, "Mr. Oginski, your witness." Now I get up for cross-examination. "Doctor, tell me what medical records you reviewed in order to come into court and testify." And now the doctor's got to give an entire list of specific records that he reviewed. Now, why would an attorney ask a medical expert such a basic question? Well, I want to know what medical records this doctor based his medical opinions on. Because you see, if the doctor is missing certain records, then his opinion may be faulty. If the doctor did not review certain records, he may be missing, he may have a gap of information. Now, if he was provided that information, his opinion and conclusions might change. I need to know exactly which records were provided to him. I need to know what information the defense lawyer told this expert about that was not contained in any medical record. Why? Because that may have influenced the doctor and his opinion and conclusions. So now, if I find that the doctor is missing certain records, I'm going to now show the doctor, "Doctor, were you provided Dr. Jones's records?" "No, I was not." "Would it help, doctor, for you to learn that Dr. Jones said A, B, and C? Would it help for you to learn that this nurse testified as follows?" And now I'm going to point out to the doctor's specific testimony in certain records and certain evidence that this doctor obviously missed. And now, maybe if he had this doctor's record, maybe if he had this testimony, now all of a sudden, his opinion might begin to change. And if he refuses to acknowledge and accept that his opinion would be different, now he begins to look somewhat biased in front of the jury. So that's why you will find that the very best trial attorneys will always ask an opposing medical expert, what information did you receive from the defense attorney in order to review and come to your conclusions about whether or not there was or was not improper medical care. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in these civil lawsuits involving medical malpractice here in New York. You know, I recognize and I acknowledge you're watching this video because you likely have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but you have questions that need answers first, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, this is something I do every single day and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207. or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.